Hi, we're just exploring some of the historic Oslo city ruins from the medieval times here. We're at St. Clemens Cathedral ruins, so remember to stay around for this channel, stay around for this video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll be back in a sec to explore more of these historic ruins here and some of the other ones. I was just taking a picture of a coloured children's playground and then I noticed I'm actually already at the church ruins here. So I'll go in and take a look. Okay, so this is part of GAMLE Oslo. It's just east of the central station and south of the Gronland district where I'm staying. So there's this bunch of ruins here. I don't know the full history. This appears to be a church from the way the layout is. And there's a few more buildings here as I continue on exploring. There's a big tombstone here. I don't see any dates on it. Not even in Roman numerals. Okay, there's another one again. There's no dates on here. Okay, so I found this in Norwegian and on the back is the English. So it's saying that it was built in 1100 by 1130. Something happened in 1260. It was enlarged. 1639 there was a fire. Anyway, you can read that later. Okay, so we're at the St. Clemens medieval church ruins here. Again, I don't think many tourists know about this. They probably just stay in the central area by the palace and the opera house and the castle. But there are some, more historic sites to Oslo if you do a bit more research. I found these by accident, just nosing around on Google Maps and seeing what other things pop up when you sort of enlarge different neighborhoods. So again, you can see the new modern skyline there. And this isn't the last one. There's about 4 different ruins that we're going to be exploring. We already went to the first one, and this is the second one, St. Clemens Cathedral ruins. Okay, here we are at the ruins. So I just found the sign lying here, and if you turn it around you can read the English. So let's switch to English here. Okay, so it says St. Clemens Church was built in 1100 and used up to the Reformation in the 1500s. There was a stone church in 1100, wooden churches were before this, and it goes on a bit. I'm not going to read it all out. So the others are divided by the railway tracks just in front of me here, so I'm going to have to cross the railway tracks to get to the other 2. Hi, so we're just crossing the railway tracks to get to the other side, and you can see some of the modernistic skyline of Oslo just in the panorama there. Again, so there's the bridge that we just crossed from. There's this little lake here with a Viking boat over there, and I can just start to see some of the ruins down there. Hi, so there you can see some of the downtown skyline of Oslo again. And we're just at the final ruins here. This is Maria Kirchen ruins, so Maria's Cathedral, I guess, was what it was called. Here's a bit more of a span. There's not one tourist here, not even locals. And if you just look in the distance there, you can actually make out the castle just there. So I mean, we're very close to the city centre, but this is overlooked by, well, it's only because this is the 3rd time I'm here. Otherwise I guess you wouldn't have any reason to come here, and I'm trying to find more things to do. Again, so here we have the description. It says it was from the 1100s to 1542. It was one of the most beautiful churches in Norway in the 1300s. The oldest part dates back to 1050. It was replaced by a stone church in 1100. It expanded in 1200. There was a fire in the church in 1523, and by 1542 it was in such poor state it could no longer be used. So that's a bit of the history of this church here. And again, it's just in front of the downtown there, so it's quite easy to walk to. Okay, so just heading out now. So again, it's my 3rd time in Oslo, so I'm just trying to find extra things to do now to fill the time. So yeah, no tourists are here. And as you can see, I'm just walking back. It's just quite close to the city centre here, so it's very easy to get to. So hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, there's more of my trip to Oslo and more travel adventures on my channel, biking around Oslo, up the mountain to the ski hill and back. So remember to subscribe to my channel and check out more of my videos from my time in Oslo and my other travels around other places. Thanks. Hi, we're just doing a walking tour of Oslo today at some of the less touristy areas to see how some of the locals live. So stick around and we'll go exploring together and check out some of these neighborhoods. Thanks. Another one. So at least you don't have to wait for public transit here. More shopping areas, I guess, about 1 block north of Central Station. So you have a souvenir shopping mall in here. Just goes on and on. So they have a selfie spot where you can take your own picture with the scream. Okay, I had no intention of buying souvenirs, but that was a fun experience. Back out now. Looks like the rains are moving back in. Oh, the rains have already started. Should have stayed there. Okay, just making it back to Central Station here. I don't think we're going to make the light. So that was Karl Johanstrasse, which goes straight from Central Station all the way to the palace. Let's get this bus out of the way. Okay, let's go in, it's raining. Okay, this is just the food hall. I have to make my way to Central Station. So, let's see where this goes. So you have the cruise ship out there, and then here is inside Central Station. Okay, just going out the rain again into this other plaza area here. Hi, so we're just exploring Gronland, which is a multi-ethnic neighborhood here in Oslo. And I'm just going to show you something neat that I've discovered a few times in Oslo. So, you see this traditional street with the houses here? I'll just show you something neat in a sec. Hi, so as I mentioned, this looks like a traditional street in Norway, and I've noticed this in a few towns. Let's just wait for this van to go. Let's just show you how they've developed some of their centres here. So just come through mystery door here. Lo and behold, it's a shopping mall. So they kept the outside facades. You see here, these are the shops again, backing onto the main street. But the inside opens up into these shopping centres. So I've noticed this in Stavanger as well. There's another shop front there, you can see. Okay, so we're just going to leave and head out again and take you back into the main street. So let's just do a walk through this cafe. and you're back out into the main street here. It's quite a neat trick they've been doing in Norway. This is interesting. So there's an old silo building there, and they've retrofitted the interior. They've kept the exterior shell and they've made it into apartments. So that would be very interesting to go and look inside or stay in one of those apartments. So we just have these rapids over here, and this is an old silo building that they've retrofitted and converted it. If I can just get over this side so you can see more of it. Yeah, that's quite unique. So derelict industrial building, now apartments. Okay, so this is like the Akerselva area, I can't say it, but without all of the tourists. Just come through here. Okay, this is just a random intersection. This is a non-touristy area. Okay, it says there Torvald Myers Gate. I can make that out, so I can just look here. It's too bad about the construction on the north end, but this is a very picturesque, local, non-touristy area. Okay, this is a regular sized pizza. This is normal in Scandinavia. The food is always such huge portions. You can see the length of my arm. So it's a bit noisy and wet here, but we're just going to round off the video. So I hope you've enjoyed exploring Oslo with me. Remember to subscribe to my channel and check out more of my videos. Thanks.